We have some other NBA news, which is very interesting and has some serious implications. Kawhi Leonard had successful surgery to repair a partial tear of his ACL. Now, Kawhi Leonard has a player option. He could opt in to 1 year, about $36 million. He's also eligible to get about a 4-year, $176 million contract from the Clippers. Do you think this injury and his rehabilitation will change or impact his decision that he has to make this offseason?
You know how much I am a fan of Kawhi and how I've talked about the level of player he was from San Diego State, playing for Steve Fisher and Brian Dutcher, basically playing center in high school, wasn't much of a three-point shooter, to being a finals MVP and a multiple champion in the NBA. But this knee injury is clearly a real issue. It's, in theory, what got him out of San Antonio. The alleged misdiagnosis of it is what allowed him to fall out with the team and ultimately led for him to end up in Toronto. So now that he's with the Clippers, you don't want to see your star player go under the knife, in particular when he has an option to be a free agent. But this actually is the best thing long-term that could have happened for the Clippers.
Why's
because
that?
Because you're the team that has to be happy with paying Kawhi a maximum deal, even though that you know that he's injured, even though that you know that you're going to need to load manage. That was a part of the agreement when he got there. And so also as the player, you don't want to be traveling, being recruited while you're injured, while you're trying to rehab. So therefore, I think because of that, he ultimately ends up signing long-term to stay with the Clippers.
Yes, I also agree. I think that if he was 100% healthy and he had a great playoff run, then maybe he considers joining the Heat or the Mavericks or leaving LA. But the idea that he just had surgery and he's going to be rehabbing, and as you mentioned, he's going to load manage. This tells me that he's not going to play a full slate of games next year, and he's comfortable doing that with the Clippers. I don't love the Pistons, but I love you, and you love the Pistons. And now there are reports that teams, specifically the Rockets, are aggressively trying to trade for the number 1 pick. If the Pistons trade this pick, I will never, ever not think about it. This is a no-brainer. Cade Cunningham, number 1 pick. You cannot trade a no-brainer number 1 pick. Jalen, why would they even be considering this?
I already see the big stage. The first draft held on ABC. I'm on the set, suited and booted, next to Jay Will, next to Maria Taylor, next to Woj. The Detroit Pistons have not drafted number 1 since the early 70s. That was Bob Lanier, the big dauber. They haven't taken a guard number 1 since 1967, and that was my biological father, Jimmy Walker. You're not going to trade this pick because you don't get this type of player very often, clearly, in particular, since he's the undisputed number 1 overall player.
He is a tailor-made prospect for today's NBA. He is as close to a can't-miss as you get. The Pistons should not even be picking up the phone. They should not even be picking up the phone.
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at him in that Pistons uniform.
About. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And here's the thing. Not only should we not be considering trading a pick, don't even play no games. Don't work out other people. Don't speculate that you're considering. Use that time talking to his family. Use that time talking to his high school coach. Use that time ingratiating him to the city, because you saw Ben Wallace up there. He'll let you know what it's like to be a Detroit Piston player and how we put on for our squad.
You know what? I can't wait. I can't wait till Cade Cunningham is at the Jalen Rose Leadership Academy golf outing every year. I can't wait till he's in the gym with the Jaguars. That's how you ingratiate yourself to Detroit, is you become a Jalen Rose Leadership Academy supporter.
Indeed.
Willie Green is emerging as the front runner to become the new head coach of the Pelicans. What do you think about this development?
I'm so very happy for my little brother, Detroit native Willie Green. He deserved this opportunity. I'm also happy for our father figure, Perry Watson, who his tree continues to expand for so many people that he's influenced. But if you're the Pelicans, you get Willie Green, your next call should be somebody that's actually in Charlotte, and that's Jermaine Jackson. So if I'm Charlotte, I get on the phone with Jermaine Jackson right now, who's the manager of LaMelo Ball, and I try to do whatever I can to keep him and them happy. Because if Willie Green ends up with the Pelicans, you know him and Jermaine Jackson played in college together. And you want to keep Melo in Charlotte. You don't want his guy going to the Pelicans. Stay tuned.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.